guys feel free to notify me so I can react on time, okay?
All right.
Stream will be posted in general, and it will be posted in the terminal lobby. I want to watch.
There we go. All right, so
All right, let me just do this. Okay, so this is what we'll do. The bracket is shuffled, so you can do whatever you want. No bad stuff, nothing.
How are we selecting stages?
However you want. You can agree with your opponent. You can play one, and you have like advantage to it. You can pick to the stage. It doesn't matter. Not to me. All right. Ikigai.
Yeah.
Challenge Sith.
yeah.
It's FT2.
Okay.
Square attack.
All right. First the two mean Sith. Is this round robin or double bracket?
Double bracket.
Got it.
All right, I've challenged Ikigai.
No. Ikigai is supposed to challenge you. It's for the scoreboard. All right.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much. No worries, Beat Kitchen. Gotcha. Only if it doesn't can let you connect, you can just reverse challenge.
Okay, there we got it.
You got it? Alright, thank you very much.
Yeah, and then the downloading that play save state launch game delay to 2.
Let's do whatever it says. Alright, thank you.
Okay.
Yo. Yo, Beat Kitchen, welcome back.
Yeah, right now it just says starting network.
Reverse challenge.
Oh, it closed?
Yeah.
Let me try that again. Start session. There we go. Okay, I'm in.
Alright, I'm coming as fast as I can.
Roses are red, violets are blue. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2.
Nice one. How many do you have? 2, 3, or whatever.
It gives 1, 2, 5, and 10.
2, 5, 2. Um,
2. All right.
yeah, yeah, I believe 2 is
Oh
good.
damn.
If it's too short, we can increase it. If it's too long, we can decrease it. Just start with the 2, I believe, is enough. If there is a buffering signal on this one, it means that Flycast is catching up with
The check! With the check! I didn't know this game had offense. That was crazy.
Oh, by the way, if you can see on the scoreboard, there's like the country of each competitor.
Yeah, that's pretty sick. Does that automatically pull from like their Fightcade account?
No,
No, it's
with
just
this
totally on the fly.
for this one, maybe later on, but well, not Fightcade account, but this is more. I have to input the countries and the names on my end. So that's why I say, oh yeah, B player 1 or B player 2, so I can do stuff more efficiently on my end.
Okay, makes sense.
What the fuck? Dude, 20,000 fucking points. Also, welcome to the Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 tournament. My name is Gerard, the bumbling Theo from Tendaria Discord Tournaments Discord server. We do a variety of tournaments. And what you're seeing right now is Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2. I believe the Dreamcast version. It sounds like it, so I don't know if it's Dreamcast or some other system. It's ran on Fightcade. Fightcade is a front end that has multiple emulators to it that uses rollback netcode. People that don't know what rollback netcode is basically a way to play in a pretty to play matches well intercontinental, like all over the world. Okay, so Seth wins that one. Wait, did Ikigai win or did Seth?
I did. So,
Okay, I'll have to
First one.
switch it over.
The names are
Yeah, I know. Mm-mm. I'll get to it as soon as I can. Score. That should be good.
There is, it's almost seems ridiculous to say, but there is a very long, storied history of competitive Tony Hawk play, dating back to like around probably 1999, 2000, mostly 2000 when the games first came out. Twin Galaxies actually ran a big score competition on the Pizza Hut demo disc for Pips 2. I have no idea who won. I genuinely do not remember. That's ancient history to me. And the games have just been pushed further since then. These communities, I think, have been caught in this sort of undertow for so long that it almost feels like a dream that there is a modern Tony Hawk game out that is good. This is among one of my favorite franchises for sure.
Well, there is a friend in the Discord that loves Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 on the PS1. So we're just waiting for merging of PlayStation into the official build. That game is fixed. It has a decent game, right?
Oh, it does. The PS1 version on DuckStation.
Yeah, but that's only the 2 one. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 does work. Alright,
Really?
GG's.
That's very interesting. I'm curious. I'm very curious what causes that desync issue.
Could
Can't
be.
think of anything in the game that. So these games are actually probably they're extremely deterministic. There's very little in this game that is random. So it makes me wonder what exactly is causing the issue.
It
I
wouldn't
never
make
tried, Tony Hawk to me it was always a single player experience. I never had friends that wanted to play horse,
oh
Quick Attack, or Graph.
Arc. The Arc tournaments, which the owner of it is Sith Warrior here. They
Are you from New England? Where are you
sorry?
at in New England? Are you in New England?
No, I'm in Jersey.
In Jersey, okay. You have
Yeah.
really low ping. I was thinking like, damn, this guy's like in my backyard.
Yeah, I'm pretty close by.
Basically, Sith Warrior is a fan of Tony Hawk Underground Skater, and he has done a few tournaments for it.
Thug One is really good. Thug One's a very good game.
Okay, so I'm gonna call this match in the FT2 lobby. Goofball, make sure to be available. You're gonna challenge. You're gonna challenge Beat Kitchen. Make sure to add +2 delay. It's recommended. You can do it, or you can't. Or that's up to you.
I'm gonna try one. I'm gonna try one frame. When we tested earlier, I've been having those crashing issues. So when we tested earlier, 2 frames on Thips. Thips is like a very high APM game, So we'll see. I'll try one frame and we'll see what happens.
Okay. Tell me if you connect. When you connect or whatever.
We're starting network. Beat Kitchen may be downloading a save state or,
It's a possibility.
Possibility.
Start network. Okay. Reverse. Okay. Reverse challenge, I guess. Try that.
Yeah, no problem. I'll take P2 side. No problem at all.
Yeah. It's basically sometimes when one person challenges the other, it doesn't always work. Have to reverse.
It happens. Playing Azumanga Bobble, that game is very finicky.
What, Azumanga and Flycast? That one's weird.
Really, I had tons of issues with it.
I don't.
If you want to challenge me whenever you're ready.
Thank you. Alright, Kitchen, challenge Castle Break, please.
Does this game have ranked play?
Not yet, no. The thing is, a lot of people have been waiting on it. Okay.
All right, well,
So basically, the way this thing goes is that I'll update the as I can. Basically, the thing is, it's supposed to have ranked, but progress on it is.
Mullen.
A few times I've tried doing it on Fightcade. No, doesn't want to fucking work. Not enough people interested.
Beat Kitchen and Cancel Break. I'm just looking through the live stream right now.
No worries, I'm just just trying to make this as much as presentable as possible, man. We've just been trying to up the presentation of our.
That was a nice combo there. I saw what Beat Kitchen was doing, but good try.
Hey, you gotta try what you can, man.
Yeah. Cancel Break. It's got a nice score there. Oh, okay. Cancel Break falls down.
Why you gotta do me like that?
Hey, he just sees it as it is.
ve-
It's on stream, man. You can't really change the on stream thing.
you can't. What's on screen is on screen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yo, but you're catching up.
Is he?
He's catching up.
All I'm seeing is a bunch of fucking zeros.
I'm cool with the same stage.
Guess I'm a little bit behind, huh?
This is Rage, right? Rage Against the Machine. The song is awesome.
Alright, let me increase the score. Good.
Fips 2 mechanically is rather lauded for being probably the most easiest to revisit of the these sort of old and golden years. Fips 1 is infamously busted. Fips 2 introduced the manual, sort of really opens up these levels, makes flat areas like this not a total wash for score. My favorite game in the series is probably Fips 3. It feels the tightest, you know, it's got the most going for it.
Okay.
Wait, Tony Hawk's 3 or something
I
called?
love 3. I think 3 is like among one of the best games ever made.
Well, I'll have to test.
It's probably like there's just no wasted space on that disc.
Well, if you want to request it for a freaking tournament, I'm willing to test it out.
You know, PCSX2 is probably one of the most frustrating emulators of all.
No. Like, I know that the first 4 Tony Hawk are on PS1.
Yeah, they're Fips. I've never played the PS1 port of Fips 3. I'm so familiar with that. I remember that. A lot of fond memories a lot of fond and not so fond memories of this series. I can remember a long time ago that jump from PS1 to PS2. I was a big fan of Fips 2. I never.
It could run better on PC6 too, or it could be the same game. No, so just with the better graphics. We don't know.
Could be. Developed by Shaba, I think.
I could believe it needs to be tried out first before we attempt anything.
It's 2 rounds, right? Or
Yeah.
3.
Best of 2, yeah. Actually, best of 3, yeah. GG's.
Yep, best of 3.
Yeah. I usually like to keep the tournaments like because you know, the matches go fast as possible because you do not want to see people waiting on board on the stream. It's mostly because of that, you know. Just letting you know why.
Like me to No, I understand entirely. Would you
No.
like me to report scores in Fightcade chat?
Not me today. I mean, you already did, so it doesn't really matter. But and I'll probably stream every match because it's gonna take
small bracket.
Yeah, small bracket.
It's one of those neat things where no matter the matchup, no matter the level, it's gonna be about 2 minutes. That's a rarity for fighting games, you know.
Yeah.
You can have 2 turtles go up against each other, and the set could take almost 15 minutes, including character changes. Fips 2, you got 2 minutes, bro. That's 120 seconds. That's all you got.
Well, sometimes having less time more fun because you have a limited amount of time on what to do. So it kind of makes you wanna do more.
Yeah, Pro Skater does have bonus time. You can go over like most arcade games. You can get an extend. Not score based, but simply combo based. You'll notice in that last match, I kept a manual going after the timer was over, and then 8 pavement.
All right, I'm going to challenge you, Fifth. Let's do the line. Just letting you know.
Okay.
I think this game. Trying to like throw some fighting game lexicon in there. Fips 2 does not have infinites.
This 2 does not have infinites.
It doesn't.
Yeah,
It does
yeah,
not have
yeah.
infinites. It does not
Yeah.
have infinites. If it has close to it, probably.
Mm-hmm.
It's a rather infamous bug on School 2 that hard locks the game. That one's a fun one.
Yeah. Have you played Thaw?
Yeah, played all of
Yeah.
them. I
Oh,
played
nice.
I played Thaw online a long time ago.
Alright, I'm gonna
Oh, okay.
hold on. I'll re-challenge you again, Seth.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, Thaw was my first one and my favorite one.
Really?
Yep.
There might be a little bit of bias there. I've since my first that I can remember.
Alright, 6 delay.
Probably
Yeah, I did.
2.
2.
It
Okay.
was probably
Doesn't
2.
matter.
It's a blur.
Wait.
That was very, very
Hold on. Just a
very,
moment.
very young.
Okay. Wait, what?
Just
Using
checking
mouse-
something. Just checking something.
Is that you?
Um,
Connection matrix?
hold on. That's
no.
I'm
Oh, no,
coming.
that's someone else. Never mind.
It can be like picking between children sometimes, you know.
It's like yeah.
It depends
I did
on
play
the day. I don't think there's in that original run. I don't think there's a bad game,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
I think that's incredible to like so consistently raise the bar, or at least just give you more year over year. That's an incredible age.
Right.
group.
Yeah, it was. I did play Thug 2 because my cousin owned it. That one I did like.
Thug 2 gave me nightmares actually as a
It
kid.
gave you nightmares? Oh.
Yeah, the
Alright.
opening scene is, you know, you get abducted by Bam Margera and Tony Hawk, and they're having this worldwide bender basically.
Did you send the delay?
I accepted it. It just says starting network right now.
No mind, I'll just switch it. Hold on. Switching it, hold on. Just a moment.
They abduct you for this worldwide destructive party basically. And
okay.
your character, you know this, your character gets dragged into a basement, and they scare the shit out of you with Bam as like a chainsaw, and I barely could finish that cutscene. I would try to skip it. It's like, 'cause
Okay.
it's Bam Margera in a hockey mask, like waving a chainsaw around, and I was like 8. I couldn't handle that shit. The Neversoft
Yeah.
logos, the Neversoft logos used to give me the creeps, like, you know, that big fucking eyeball.
Oh yeah. I know you're talking about the logo.
Yeah.
I never played the story. I've only played like the 2-player with my cousin, but I remember doing a lot of the fireball game mode or firefight.
Firefight. Yep.
That
would
was
be
funny.
if you could get that working, that would be very fun.
Yeah.
That has some strategy to it. I
Right.
played
Which one?
Firefight in Thug 2 is basically a game mode where instead of kickflips, you throw Hadokens.
Okay.
Based on the size of your trick string. So the more points you have, the bigger the fireball gets.
I mean,
And you
if
have
it's doable, why not?
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
It's doable, why not? Let's go 6 delay. Okay.
Oh, it crashed.
Wait, are you going to go settings, netplay, and do I need to set it to full on my end?
Set it to what?
Netplay GGPO. Do I need to set it to full?
Netplay GPO. Okay, let me see.
Because it's a possibility it's something on my end. Just see if it's
Netplay GPO.
GGPO.
GPO. Okay, I'm there.
Okay, netplay GGPO. On what is it? Is it on disabled or full?
It says full right now.
Oh, I fucking say. Never mind. I understand what. So basically, what this is basically, because it's like a racing stuff type of game, you need to use like full setting, otherwise it won't work. All right, just challenge me. That's what it was. That's what it was. Alright. I forgot that this was one of the games.
I
Yeah.
really did not know that.
Yeah, it's basically in order for you to use the left sticks, you have to use like we've had Sonic Adventure 2 tournaments, Fightcade previously. So in order for you to work it like that, that was a thing that you have to click on full.
Marseille.
I haven't played this thing in a very long time.
2 minutes. Bienvenue à Marseille. This was the level for the Twin Galaxies Big Score competition. Was the level. On that Pizza Hut demo disc. Yep.
I wonder how the scene is now for Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 remake.
I can tell you all about it. I'm in it.
Are you in it? Oh, cool.
We've been on ice for a couple years. There was a net play for this game is functional, but it leaves a lot to be desired. You know, playing it with practically no lag on the Dreamcast port is fine, but unlike, say, the poverty fighting game community or the niche fighting game community, Tony Hawk players typically congregate around their online game, and everything else is sort of a novelty. So the online the competitive space now is Thug Pro, which is a modified version of Underground 2 that adds features from later games, levels from earlier games, and sort of wraps it up into a polished package. You know, the ports of these games to the PC ranged from okay to utterly terrible. So having a community of people that know the games like the back of their hand to sort of keep up the code base and keep these games playable is always appreciated. Shoutouts to Morton, Quaz, Chase Gone. Those guys are, you know, those guys live out in New England actually. Super fans of the series, and they've been working on this mod for the better part of 12 years. I was a beta tester a long time ago. I'm in the game actually. I designed a set of trucks, you know, the little things that hold the wheels on the board. I designed a set of those that adds a couple more items and stuff.
Okay.
But Thug Pro is great. I think the beauty of Thips is that you can pick up any of them. It can be kind of hard to go back sometimes, like a KOF game where you have to relearn what your character has and doesn't have across generations.
Sorry about that.
You know, this iterative. But it's alright. To say that the game is competitive, however, I'm not sure.
Hold on.
Typically, I don't mean to, you know, totally take over commentary here, but typically Thips is divided into, it's a very old lingo here, is divided into sort of two schools of thought. You have improv players and you have horror players. A long time ago, around, you know, the big score competitions and up until probably Thips 4 in 2002, it was all about points. You know, people treated it like an arcade game, and it was very, very easy. It got easier and easier to optimize and get these ridiculous scores. Underground 1, and I'll wrap this up before our next match. Underground 1 has a infamous bug that broke scoring and made it too easy.
All right, challenge me again.
An entire generation of Tony Hawk player
Thank you.
actually does not care about points at all and plays exclusively for style. And I've never seen that in a competitive game mode. You know, they surround themselves with game modes like King of the Hill, where you have to carry a crown away from your opponent, or Graffiti, which is all about lines. And those two approaches, those two schools have never really overlapped until 1+2 came out. There are dozens of clans, plenty of people pushing the engine, but a lot of it, like some very obscure fighting games, is in this very chill community. You know, it's like it's 10 guys and they just been doing it for 20 years, and you know.
Yeah, that's what's up. I mean, I've seen like some stuff like nice combos being put down in the online, like back when the game released out. Like I could never do like those like times. I'm seeing like times 20, or maybe more than times 20. I don't know like how far it goes, but it's just insane how long someone can carry a combo.
Actually, horror players have gotten so good in the years since, and new techniques have been discovered. There's a very famous new generation Thips player. I think his name is Prevzy. Super chill dude. I think he's an Aussie. Actually was in the process of decompiling the game he was a horror player, and he was in the process of decompiling the game to find out exactly how the balance meters worked, so he could optimize them. You know, these combos and these lines, eloquently put, many of them are called robot lines because they loop into themselves, could go on for upwards of an hour, just one combo. And some scores have got, in certain games, Thips 2 is not one of those games, but in certain titles, the score actually gets so high that it needs to be manually counted. It will roll over into the negatives, and you need to do calculations, or, you know, keep Prevzy developed a program that automatically saves your best score and will do the calculations on the fly. You know, there's every community has that one guy or that one person that really, like, you know, approaches this obscure thing and, you know, pushes it a little bit, pushes it further. They're a keyboard player, so there are no rules at the moment about, like, there's no hitbox discourse or anything. There's no discourse at all. You know, these games are so old and so niche. But there are, most of the Thips speedruns, Thips score records are all done on keyboard now, which I think is fascinating. I think that's amazing.
Okay, let's sorry about that one for a moment.
Oh, that was close. That was a close one.
You know, that last match, I grabbed my new fucking gamepad that I got.
I will play Thips on a DualShock until the day I die. Where it's that, it's what it is.
I got a basically a Mang Dungeon 300, which is basically like an Xbox style controller. So that's what I got. By the way, nicely done. Hopefully it wasn't too rough on you, to be honest.
Okay.
I do like the fact my laptop keeps crashing. I think I'm out of this one. Gotta hear that.
You guys are gonna run losers, right?
Yeah, but the thing is, seems like Beat Kitchen is having some PC difficulty. His PC keeps crashing, so he can't consistently compete in this one. Sorry to hear that. We could get advances. And I will Ikigai, it's me and you, buddy. You can challenge me. I'm just setting up the scoreboard ascent. Challenge me whenever. I'll get going. It's not really much. Nah, but honestly, we haven't really done a whole lot of very hard games here. It's not like we have.
They're hard to make competitive. A lot of, and in as much as I gush over them, I think these are Kusoge really, depending on the title. And the single player, and most importantly, for a lot of these games, you know, I'm an outlier, not to toot my own horn. It's like, but the games never got hard enough to push people in, like, to sort of roll them into that competitive space. You know, people adore Tony Hawk games. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2, cited as the second highest rated game on Meta and OpenCritic. You know, it's huge. It's a seminal, consummate work. But very few people played it outside of that single player experience, where I think the highest score total in Thips 2 is like you have to get 200,000 points in 2 minutes, which is, you know, nothing. That's 2 combos to a skilled player. So without that online component, and for most people, these games came out at a time when, like, having broadband at your house was very, very rare. There wasn't a lot of online competition. And there was no space that could further an offline scene like an arcade or, you know, like an internet cafe. A lot of people played this in their bedroom, and then they went out and they skated and broke their ankle, like me.
It used to be an adventure until I took a fucking skate in the knee.
I remember I played this game, and me and the neighborhood kids, we had a big hill in front of my house. So we played Tony Hawk, and that got us all psyched up. And then we went down the big hill, and when you're on a board, you have you bend your knees, and you there's a phenomenon known as speed wobbles. It's sort of a bullwhip effect, where you know, tiny movements on that deck at speed will amplify. And I got speed wobbles on the worst part of the hill, and then flew off and, like, landed 25 feet down the road. No pads, no helmet. I was a moron. I was stupid. And my skating career ended pretty soon after that. My mom was not happy. But hey, you know, while I was bedridden, I got to play a lot of Tony Hawk 3, so that was pretty good. That was well worth it. You know, it's at least I didn't play Tekken and then go get in a fist fight. You know, at least it was skateboarding. You know, it's a very constructive hobby. It's one of the few sports that really promotes that sort of independence, that creativity. You know.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah,
it's an amazing
sort of
game.
freedom.
Skaters, on average, skaters make cities safer, because those private spots are typically haunts for, you know, drugs and gangs. And when the skaters roll in, they don't mess around with that shit, mostly, you know. And they clean those spots up, because a dangerous spot is hard to skate, so they make it safer on average, which is neat. When is Go Skate Day this year? So I always hop back on a board. It's June 21st. Now it's a little while from now. I figured it wouldn't be in the winter time.
All right. 300 method.
The method.
Here's a question for you, Goofball. Do people actually play Tony Hawk American Wasteland still, like, online?
The original servers, or rather lack of servers, it was run on GameSpy, so it was totally peer-to-peer, have been shut down for the better part of a decade now. There is, however, a traversal layer that is used with a couple other games. I think it was designed with the express purpose of running Thips. It's called OpenSpy. And you could probably get Thaw running online. Thug Pro and Thips 4 to a lesser extent are probably the standards. A lot of the levels from Thaw have been backported to Thug Pro. And personally, a lot of the mechanics in Thaw are kind of half-baked. The general opinion is that it's bit of a mixed bag. Thaw added the Burt slide, refined pressure stance a little bit. There's some other stuff going on there. It's an okay game. The DS port, however, of Thaw is really good. I used to play that on the bus. That game is awesome.
Okay.
Get games going. It probably in order of most to least active, you know, with the barring the games that don't have an online component at all, or games with retrofitted online like Thips 2. I think.
That's the FT2, I believe. Ikigai. I believe that's that.
Thips 2. Thips.
If okay. I believe that's.
To my understanding, like I think one guy told me you guys use Hamachi also.
Here and there depends.
Here
I
and
think
there?
it depends on the depends on who's playing. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Hamachi
'cause-
would probably you could use a LAN connection. You know, these games were excellent LAN games.
Yeah, I kind of wish I had played the game online at the time when the game was out, because it looked like it must have been fun.
Yo, Tara, I thought that was 1-1.
It's okay. I am fixing stuff. Yeah.
If it was 2-0 you, then GG's.
No. If you think it's 1-1, then we'll do one more. So. Challenge me, Kiga.
Roasting Corral.
Wait, huh? Wait, I thought it was.
He left the VC.
Seems like it was 2-0, huh? And I thought it was. If it's 2-0, it's 2-0. Maybe it was my fault for counting. I don't know. That's what I asked. Oh, Cyber. Okay.
You didn't. It's always a grass greener thing about having a lot of these online scenes. I wish I played Tribes a lot more as a kid. There's a lot of dead online games that I would have really loved to dig my teeth into. Thips though, absolutely has incredible online play, but I got the most out of it just kind of hanging out. A lot of the fun I get out of the game, and any skateboarding game, is it's just fun to hop into the level for an hour. An hour in Thips feels like 4 hours in any other game. It's or the other way around maybe. You just kind of hop in and you skate around, and you find glitches, and maybe I can jump this car, maybe I can do this special trick over this car. It's a sandbox, and that's kind of where the fun comes. Playing it online, I guess since I've done it so much, I'm sort of burnt out. Maybe that would be my perspective, but
Alright.
I see.
Okay, so we're going with FT3s, I guess. Seth?
Cool.
You may challenge cancel.
Okay. Let's do this.
I was a little bit confused. Was 1-1, I would have done another match. It's not.
I love that little VMU image in the top left. the little guy on the board.
It crashed.
That's all right. We can just try it again. It's all good.
Let's try again.
We got in. That's for Flycast. That's pretty hardcore. I won't lie.
I mean, the thing is, I don't wanna chance it with the new fucking build, because not everyone knows how to do it. I'd rather do it like this, like default build, so you know where you're standing.
Sith, do you mind if I challenge you?
Yeah, you can challenge. Yeah, that's fine.
There you go.
All right.
If we get it. See if we can get it working.
Okay.
Doom,
Starting network.
Yeah, we'll see what we can see.
Sometimes it takes a little bit, so just give it time. This Flycast. Not really.
Nothing but time.
Okay.
Yeah, it just says starting network.
Let me check my settings and see if I have left sticks. Oh, never, maybe not. Let me check.
It's basically settings, net play, GGPL, and just it's supposed to be set on full. Mine is default for gamepad. Just when it comes to non-playing games, I already use like a gamepad of some sorts.
Mine is Tarao, just to clarify. So left thumbstick simulation should be set to full.
Yes.
Okay, I will do that. I will save that, and let's give it a try.
Okay.
Okay, so you're challenging Seth, alright.
Yep.
Remember FT3.
Okay. Yeah, I did forget. Thank you for reminding me.
Okay,
I'm the TO, I have to remind you.
starting network. Still loading.
Yeah.
Three, 2, 1. No. No,
I thought you knew something I didn't. Why don't you try challenging me now that I've set this setting? Because we were able to get in game when you challenged me before.
Yeah, just.
I mean, this is 16 ping. Those packets are not traveling very far. Let's see here.
Yeah. Like it should work.
Keyword should.
Should. Oh, there we go.
Okay. Hey, all right.
That was it.
It's okay.
That was it.
A couple of tries. It's just a couple of tries. No worries.
Just a couple of tries. Don't breathe too hard. Don't want to break it.
All right, let's go back with Rodney.
Baker's. Oh, look at that! Look at that VMU.
The VMU.
Oh, that's so. Look at that model. That's cool. That's so sweet. All right, Jamie. You know I'm rocking the hoodie. Hell yeah.
All right.
Which stage do you want to pick?
Any stage.
Let's see what we got.
I believe player one picks the carry.
Empty park. That's a strange save state. The bull ring isn't unlocked. Or Philly. Or Skate Street. Oh.
Whoa.
All right. Well, New York is. This is pretty cool. This is right in between both of us.
I don't.
Are you cool with New York?
I don't necessarily think every save state works. Has everything unlocked on Flycade. I don't know which works, which doesn't. So the play career mode to unlock levels. That's when you told me in DMs, like, it's a possibility it won't be fucking unlocked. So I told you what I told you then. Because of that fact.
Oh, Public Enemy.
Yeah.
This is Public Enemy and Anthrax. It's a killer song. You know, Thips is so renowned and revered for its soundtracks. It kind of turns to noise for me because I've heard these songs so many times, but there's a lot of really deep cuts in here. It's irreparable damage to my music taste. Things like Joy Division, and not just Joy Division, which is already kind of obscure, like early Joy Division. Some of these games.
Oh, and I'm gonna be mentioning something to you, Castle Break, because you might be interested in this.
What's up?
EX2 Plus tournament, February 11th.
Ooh, really? You're gonna do EX2, not EXA?
EX2 Plus.
No. EX2 Plus, yeah, I'd love to play in that.
No, basically we have something that's called on our server randomizer event. That's basically a raffle event, which if a person signs up and registers for that event and gets picked by a randomizer wheel, that person can pick a game, a rule for the game, program, date, and time for the tournament.
Oh, okay. So here's something. I'm glad you brought that up. So here's something really unique that I've never seen done, and I would love for Thunderia to be the first to do it. I have never seen EX2 Plus played in any serious capacity with juggles enabled.
You want juggles enabled? Not exactly an issue.
I don't know. I would have to talk to my people. You.
I mean, I don't mind. Like, we've done fucking Tekken GBA as a tournament. You really think I'm gonna say no to that?
Well, the issue is if it's, I feel responsible for something like that because a lot of characters get some new sauce. You know, the lack of a juggle limit means like from launch to ground, you can be hit by anything. So, you know, you can end like it's like everything's a counter hit. You know, you can end combos with sweep, and you know, you've got some really neat setups. And then there's Kyrie, who gets an infinite off of just about anything.
Yes.
So if, you know, you ban Kyrie, fucking yeah, let's run it.
No. What you're missing is that I'm not sure you're aware. We've done a tournament for one of the busted games in existence here. And I didn't bat an eye. And that's Dragon Ball GT Final Battle. On PS1 rollback.
Truthfully, if I won that roulette and had to pick a game, I would probably go for EXA. I would probably go for EXA.
I mean, here's the thing.
I think
you can pick it if you sign up, register for it, you know, all the good shit.
I might just do that. When's randomizer happening?
Basically, we usually spin it 1 week in advance. So it's gonna be the week after if you get picked. Because here's the thing, we've had a thing happen in the past where people did not respond on time, and we had to spin for a bunch of people. So we have to make sure that we have enough time to arrange with the winners when they wanted, the rules that they wanted, you know, all that good stuff. Like the last tournament that was picked for a randomizer is Chaos Code, a new. Forgot what the other title was. Yeah, New Sign of Catastrophe. Yeah, that's on Steam. The person really loves the game and got to try to push it on his end as well. So it really this is mostly for the community. Like if I wanted to do a tournament, nothing's stopping me. But everything is based around suggestions. Yeah, that's FT3. So nothing's stopping me if I wanted to do a fucking tournament on my birthday. So, which is coming soon. But sorry.
It's you know, I was talking, and I think 2022, it's like it'll get better. It's easy to get sour grapes over, you know, an era gone by. But when 2021 was such a magical year for poverty, 2021, 2022 was untouchable, and I can get back to that. You know, like it's talking with like Big Weed and his folks and his peeps is like, you know, when Justin was entering brackets when Jaewon was entering brackets.
Oh yeah, I remember that. He came to a couple.
Take our elo, bro.
That
was magical. I wanna see if Justin can play Tony Hawk. I think I can beat Justin Wong.
I've seen him win a match in fucking Packet in a mystery bracket.
He probably is like a sleeper in Pack Attack. Let's be real, you know.
I mean, here's the thing. Like, he competed. I believe this was his first mystery bracket. So he did a mystery bracket. Did over 200 games, I believe, or close to 200 on Fightcade. And I didn't know which game was going to be picked. That was the idea. That not even the TO knew what the game was. So we did that. The first few games were games up his alley. Like, I believe one of the Alpha games, he got picked like the first match, and then almost every fighting game was picked on his end until Grand Finals. And he played against Majin, if I remember correctly. No, Majin.
That was first to 3, so.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, GG's, man. Yep, GG's.
So that, I mean, basically it was a project. If how long it would take him for him to get like 100 tournament wins. Matter. Also, there's another thing we also have is a season. We're currently at season 3. Basically, whoever gets
Is a year a season? You've been
no, it's not a year. Whoever gets first to 15 tournament gets the role of King of Game, as well as other fucking
King of
roles.
Games. That was shit. Did Majin get that? Did he?
A few
King
times.
of Games? A few times. Oh man.
I believe once, at least once.
Shout out to regular size Majin. That's my boy right there. He's gonna go places. That's an up and comer right there. I don't.
All right, let me just set this up so I can. Basically, King of Games was done because one of our administrators, and person responsible for the Saturday tournaments series, basically won a TCG game. I believe it was a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament.
Mm-hmm.
And it was renamed from whatever, it was Grandmaster Champion initially to King of Games. So basically, it's not just that you have the role. Once you have that title, you basically can pick a game every month, once a month, until you're dethroned. So every month, once a month. But if you win a tournament, your attorney's wins won't be counted. So other people can have a shot at winning. So that's the season, basically. Kind of a, ranking, things of that nature. Ranking season, we call it, I believe.
Fall into archetypes, Vert, Street.
Wasn't Scorpion in a fucking Tony Hawk game?
I'm sorry?
Or was that just Spider-Man? I forget.
Yeah, it'd be Spidey. Well, Spidey, the thing about I was so worried, not worried necessarily, but I was so interested in if you were going to ban any secret characters, because Spider-Man is probably the best character in the game. Probably one of the best characters in the game.
Even if he was. And even if he was available as be picked, there is no way in hell I'm banning. There's like in a skateboarding game, unless someone gives me like a really good reason. If there is a good reason for me banning stuff, I'll take it. But I'm not known for banning things. Heck, if you think about it, I haven't banned Pet Shop and fucking JoJo's. Chances of me banning Spider-Man or...
My philosophy has always been, and will always be, to give a little context, Old Man Soul and I have been playing a ton of Street Fighter EX plus Alpha. To the point where we've discovered that it's among one of the least documented Street Fighter games ever.
Not necessarily.
And it's a very fun game.
No.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so? My thought is the emergent gameplay here is around setups and unblockables, which I wasn't even aware existed in the EX games outside of, some very niche setups.
I'd say Special Champion Edition would be.
You think so? I'm not sure about SCE so much as the game is part and parcel, to say, a retread of hyper fighting. Barring, the Ken exclusive combos, there are some quirks. things that I've tested across both HF, CE, and SCE sort of come out to be the same. I learned just the other day, not to totally distract from what's happening on screen, but I learned just the other day that Honda Hands has a bug in hyperfighting where it hits low on the third hit. So Honda Hands is technically a low, which I thought is hilarious. That
I believe a good chunk of the characters in Street Fighter have been well documented. I do believe so. Even Street Fighter, even Street Fighter 1, which has like a community for it. And people say, "Oh, is that a moving game?" No, not really. Like Street Fighter Plus Plus. You've probably heard of it. If you've been in the circles of the Kusoge. People do like tournaments.
That allows you to play as like Mike and Retsu and stuff like that.
I mean, the other characters basically.
Birdie.
Here's the thing: I don't dislike any of the fighting games I've played. And
you've never found a game where you just totally couldn't gel with it?
No, there hasn't been a game like that. Because I believe I've seen games that are really busted, but I don't really see them not being fun. Because for me, if you do like a tournament for, let's say, I don't know, Fighting Masters, which I believe is one of the most hardcore
best of best. Best of best.
We had a best of best match during a fucking mystery bracket.
That game is hardcore.
As I said, we had a best of best match during a mystery bracket. And mystery brackets are like a monthly thing on our end. PS1 is coming. For this month, it's gonna be PS1. For the next month, it's gonna be Flycade. You get the gist. If you've heard about Kusoge, you've heard about mystery bracket. They're like the treasure trove of people showing up for. If people want busted ass games, yeah, that's the event to be in.
To circle back to the idea of banning a character, banning a stage, banning something, I have always maintained and will maintain that if it makes the game more interesting rather than less, I think we should ban a character. For example, like the banned character like Ivan Ooze, right? If you play that game, I think it's just Power Rangers SNES or Power Rangers The Battle on SNES.
I haven't done a tournament for that yet, but mostly because no one has requested.
Yeah, I think the thing that's like such a bulletproof example of like, well, if you don't ban this character, you now go into a bracket where anyone who doesn't pick that character will lose.
Okay.
And obviously that's like, this is like a very rare example. There are very few fighting games with a character like Ivan Ooze, who is genuinely broken.
I guess there is a character that I constantly will ban, but you can't really pick that character anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Not in the slightest, and that's Akuma from SD.
Yeah, so it's the idea is like it's the same school of thought. It's like, well, and Akuma never, fun fact, Akuma in ST was never banned in Japan. I think America might have actually written that into a tournament. I know, like, you look at like Combo Breaker rule sets or something, and they say no Akuma, but there's a Japanese soft ban on Goki because it just everyone would play Goki. If you play a Shoto, you could play Goki instead and do better than you would on that.
Here's the thing.
That's that idea, right? It's like the game is less interesting now.
I am not of the mindset that I should be fucking banning like Warang and Tekken. Or banning fucking Ogre, True Ogre, and things of that nature. I believe if you can beat a character, then that character should not be banned. Pure and simple.
I've beaten at Brooklyn Games and Arcade back when I lived in New York. I beat an Akuma player on ST as a Ryu, but I think that's such a subjective sort of thing, and you get like anecdotes like he's just I should be playing Akuma. That character.
It doesn't matter in the long run. If you have fun in a tournament, regardless if it's broken or not, what the fuck does it matter? Like, to me, my main goal in a tournament is to have fun. I don't care if I win. I don't care if I lose. Yes, it would be nice if I won, but winning all the time is like you're going to a fucking hamburger joint every day. Eventually, you'll be tired of it.
Yeah, it's a very good mindset to have. I've tried my best to disconnect myself from the win, but I'll admit I still care a lot. I still give a fuck. I really do. And I think it's easier to see it when it happens to somebody else. You know, I've seen a lot of competitive players for very popular games, you know, the magic wears off and the money stops coming, you know, even if it's a small thing, you know, it's like I was never more proud in my life when I placed for the first time in New York and I got to take a cab home instead of the train.
I've never been. Sorry, go ahead.
That was like I wanted to cry. I didn't because it shouldn't matter that much, right? But it felt like I was really getting better, and very quickly, you know, you just get to that next rung and it never gets any easier. Yeah, unfortunately I never got to take a cab home ever again. I placed once when I was living in New York. I placed once. And so I've done my best to kind of distance myself from that now, where it's I play for the love, not for anything else.
I believe
this is a game that I love. It really is. This is a game that I love. We might have to flip the challenge around.
It's okay. Don't worry about it. I'll just.
Sith.
Yeah.
No, Sith has to flip the challenge because it won't start otherwise.
So he has to challenge you. All right.
The game literally won't work.
Oh,
Okay.
it's just. Come on, that's something we can deal with. It's not really an issue. Do what you need to do. No, the thing is, I've lost so many matches that it doesn't like when I win, it's like something new, something that I haven't seen before.
A new feeling, you know.
I don't know what it means to go to locals because I have never been to locals. There is no retro scene in where I live, so not a possibility here. Right?
Let's just get. Let me see what we got here. I want to put another stage on screen. So.
Yeah.
That's okay, man.
New York, Marseille, cool too. Okay, so we got. I haven't played Marseille. You cool with Marseille?
I'm cool with it. Yeah.
Bienvenue à Marseille.
Oh, by the way, thank you for coming, goofball.
Yeah, absolutely. I was told my boss. I said I got a tournament to go to. Could you please let me go home? And he was like, "All right, go win, okay?" And I'm like, "Yes, I will." I was in a dank basement today. I still have my work boots on. I was plumbing.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. Damn straight.
Well, it's not every day you get to play Tony Hawk, so I give it that.
Oh yeah, I was floored. I was like, I saw this in the Fightcade broadcasting tournaments is like the best feature they've ever added. Cause you see a game it's not just you see games you've never heard of and check the challenge and apparently it's got 20 people ready to fucking beat the shit out of each other for it, for like nothing, for no reason whatsoever. I think the thing that gets me though is sometimes you see a game that like you remember. Or a game that you think to yourself, wow, I never thought that could be played in a tournament setting. And for me, that's Thips 2. You know, I didn't even know this game had a split screen mode. I don't think I've ever played this game with another person. You know, beyond, you know, hot seat, you know, you take the controller from your little brother or something.
JCB says it's pretty dope. You should have entered the Tony Hawk American Wasteland tournament back in January.
Maybe I will if you run it again. Or if you run another Thips game. I think I definitely had to dredge up some memories to have something to talk about while I played this game. If I had more prep time, I could probably go like, cause I've got so much. I used to write in the game's manuals, like tricks and glitches and stuff. You know, like when I was in middle school, and I would like
taking down
draw.
notes.
I would taking down. I was labbing.
Yeah.
I mean, eventually, like I can't say about me, but eventually, Sith Warrior is the owner of the Arc Tournament's Discord. He will probably do a Tony Hawk game again, probably underground, because he really loves that game.
I have tech. I have bannable tech for Thips 3 that I discovered a couple months back. I'm still playing all these years later.
I mean, there's no reason why you shouldn't.
I'll save that shit for nationals. If you guys ever run Thips 3, I won't tell anybody, and then I'll
Thips 3. Wait, Thips 3. That's Tony Hawk 3.
Yeah. So
Yep.
Tony Hawk 3. The PS2 version of the game, you know, I'm not sure how you would net play that because PCSS2. I really like. How many frames of delay is it? Like. Natively on the emulator,
On the
4 frames of lag.
here's what I'm recommending, right? This is what I'm recommending.
Yeah.
Try Tony Hawk 3 first on PS1. See if it vibes with you. Because PCSX2, the only way we're doing that. I mean, here's the thing. Good, but it's something we avoid. Basically, what I'm saying is that I would recommend to see if it runs the same, if it runs better or the same or whatever, you know, on PS1, because PS1 has rollback. That's what I'm recommending. Like,
yeah, it's very these days. It's so hard to go back to delay in anything. You know, it's like I've played games that have nothing to do. I think so. I've been spoiled, especially with, you know, a lot of my training partners being so far away. Playing delayed games just kills me.
Alright, so basically, I have an experience that is better than Fightcade. And that is better than Fightcade in FBNEA. And I later found out there wasn't rollback. And I was floored to see there was rollback. Because when I used Supercade, and do you remember it?
No, I wasn't on Supercade or Kyera. I'm not that old. I don't want to say that old, but I'm not that.
I will say this. I had freaking perfect performance on fucking Supercade. Better even than
Really?
fucking.
Tarao, one of these days I want to talk to you about Kyera Supercade. What were you playing back then?
No, Kyera Supercade.
Whatever happened to it? Like
I'll tell you now. Kyera and Supercade are not the same shit. Kyera is similar to Fightcade. However, it's similar in performance. From what I remember is that Supercade did not use rollback.
No.
That's what I've heard.
GGPO was the first.
Yeah. And here's the thing, it ran better. It ran better.
No way.
Kyera is something I would not recommend, like old school Kyera. Kyera has improved. But it's still not there where it needs to be. It's still not even close to any of the rollback stuff, which it shouldn't because it's rollback. It's like rollback right now is better than delay, but not good, like everyone knows. But if you tell rollback to a person that's not a fighting game player, he's gonna tell you, what the rollback? I really don't know what it is, but you can tell them like this: good performance with people all around the world. That's how I see rollback. I don't see it. Oh, frame 1, frame 2. No, I don't know any of that because I'm a delay illiterate. I wouldn't know. All I know is that people love it, and that's it.
Oh, keep it going! Keep it going! Keep it going! Keep it going! Manual, Manny, yeah! Oh,
Yeah, that's all I got.
you bonked the fence. I don't know where you could have reasonably gone. I don't know.
Yeah, that's basically.
Right.
Was that game 3 or game 2?
That was 3.
3.
Alright,
Yeah.
GG's, man, for real.
GG's.
GG's.
Alright, let me just finalize this. Yes, I need to finalize this. Hopefully I didn't. Hold on, I might need to do some stuff.
Alright. Goofball, question. What are your thoughts on Parsec?
I think Parsec's alright. Easy answer is a necessary evil.
Unnecessary evil.
We can't all be in the same room. I think we should always be on the lookout for alternatives. But
Mhm.
it's sometimes it's the best you have, and I played I played EX2 and EXA back in, it seems like ancient history now, but only 2 to 3 years ago on Mednafen's integrated netplay.
Oof.
And we made it work. And
Oof.
now that DuckStation has GGPL, I'm in heaven. It's unbelievable to me.
I mean,
You gotta.
here's the thing.
I'm really not in a rush to play anything with delay anymore. I really am not. I really am not. But there's some games that, especially with such low ping, 23 ping, Parsec could work.
Yeah, it used to work for me, I'm afraid, but now I have to look for an alternative goofball. But Sith is using. Because basically, Parsec works for a bunch of people right now, but for some reason it stopped for me for a moment, and I'm kind of regretting the fact that I can't compete in Sith tournaments, to be fair.
Oh, don't worry. But yeah, like Terrell was mentioning, I did do the Thaw tournament through Parsec. And I was just like kind of curious on like what the Thips community like felt on it.
Oh, it's
Yeah. Like on using Parsec.
You have a weird you're in a weird situation, right? So let me give a hypothetical where I think it would be totally okay.
Yeah.
So a lot of the games, a lot of the Tony Hawk games that you would run over Parsec have an integrated online mode, and it works.
Okay.
But not everyone not everyone is privy to setting that up. So if it means 2 frames of lag that the uninitiated aren't even going to feel, by all means run it on Parsec. I will act as the envoy of the Thips community, and I will tell you, run it. I think the thing about it though is like for games like Thips 3, Thug 2 through Thug Pro, Thaw, if you have like a group of people that are willing to learn, those games can be set up to play online. And it's funny actually, it's not rollback. The netplay is not rollback, but it's lagless. It's lagless. Since they're essentially single player games, right? So what they do is they simulate I don't know exactly how it works, but they simulate everything on your end for you. Your tricks, your combo, your strings.
Alright, I'm gonna do the outro.
It takes 200 MS ping. I'm sorry, what was that, Terrell?
Just gonna do the outro and you can.
Do your thing. Do your thing.
Alright, so. Congratulations to Goofball, aka Council Break. Thank you for coming for today's tournament. Hopefully everyone had fun playing in the tournament.
Went back to say I'm glad things went smoothly, and thank you, Tora, for hosting. I had a lot of fun playing this game.
Nice. Thank you for coming. Basically, with that said, it was a pretty good tournament. Perfect attendance all around. Thank you very much. Big shout out to Castle Break for winning first place in the Tony Hawk 2 Pro Skater tournament. Tomorrow we have a bunch of games. So we have Blast Blue. Hold on, let me just do this. So you have Black Blue Cross Deck Battle that's gonna be played on Steam and Moonlight. So if you want to use Steam, okay. If you want to use Moonlight, that's perfectly okay. Moonlight is a game streaming platform like Parsec. It has better performance, ability, better picture quality. It's supported on almost anything under the sun. It's really good. And you also have King KOF 13, Moonlight PC version. Look forward to those are tomorrow. Anyway, with that said, I'm the Bubbling Tio from the Tournament's Discord server, and I'll see you guys at the next gathering. Bye-bye.